Hello again and welcome to another edition of Senator Shope's Snapshot of the Week. We come to you this week out at Wesley Boland Plaza, which if you're not familiar with the plaza, it's where a lot of the memorials and monuments exist dedicated to folks from the state who have done great things, and or to entities like police officers and firefighters and other veterans and such. If you've never come out, you ought to take a chance one of these days. Let's get to it though. This week, the state of emergency regarding COVID was rescinded by Governor Ducey. It's been a long time coming, and I know that I have to give my kudos to the governor's office for the way that they handled COVID this past year. If you looked around at our neighbors from across the Southwest, many of them decided to prioritize different things than we did in Arizona. I think we found the right balance here, and I'm thankful to see the governor rescind the executive order. House Bill 2492 was also passed by the state Senate and signed into law by Governor Ducey. It requires a proof of citizenship when registering to vote in Arizona, and it is probably the single biggest bill regarding election integrity and voter registration integrity that we have passed this session by far and are likely to pass. It will take effect in a couple of years with the 2024 election because we're pretty darn close to that 2022 election right now in order to get it implemented. But rest assured, for the next presidential election, it will be in effect and the law of the state of Arizona. Lastly, I want to finish up on something that's become highlighted over the last few years, especially last year in our legislative district, and that is Wildfire Awareness Week. Last year, you know that we had a wildfire that devastated areas around Globe, Miami, and Superior, and we hope to avoid that this year. However, with very little rain that we've received this year, we know that the problem does exist and the threat exists. So as you go through Wildfire Awareness Week, this is the time of year where we want to look at our properties around our homes, especially if you live in a rural area, and make sure that the brush is cleared out. Make sure that there's no fuel for the fire that exists, or that can exist. Take care of those problems if we can make it through together and alive and without property damage this season. With that, I'll come back to you next week. The kids are out enjoying a beautiful day in Arizona, and I can't wait to do the same myself. So with that, we'll see you next week on another edition of Senator Shope Snapshot of the Week.